Today's AI app review is this one of Base44.com. So Base44.com is just a AI natural language app that I came across this week, and it caught my attention because of how flexible it is and just how many apps you can build on it. So I haven't signed up for it yet. I have not used it yet. I'm going to be doing all of that right now as you are watching me go. Okay. So the first thing that I always do whenever I find new AI apps is I always check the pricing, because sure, on the front page they make you, or they give you the opportunity to like put in a code or practice or what, and then after you've put in your prompts and everything, they tell you that in order to use the app you've got to sign in or you've got to buy a plan. So I always check the plans first to make sure that there is an actual free plan that we can play around with, and from there we can start playing around with the app. So with this one, okay, we do have the free access to the core features. We've got 25 message credits. We don't know how much that's going to last. And integration credits. So integration credits are literally like how many apps you can integrate into this one app. So let's look at what actually is Base44. Base44 is a natural language AI app that lets you build fully functional apps in minutes using words. Again, you don't need coding experience. So when we say natural language app, what we mean is you can type in what you're trying to build. The system will then interpret what you are saying, and it will build an app based off that. In the past, in order to build an app, you would have to code or have some level of coding experience, and that is what we call coded apps. Natural language is literally speak into existence. Okay. So if you have any general ideas, you just put it across in your conversational language. The AI will interpret it and it will build the app for you. What type of applications can you build with Base44? Looking at the use cases, it seems like you can build a lot of basic apps. So like a basic dashboard, a basic CRM, a basic tracking app, nothing too complex. The limitations of all of the AI apps that we're seeing today is that on a small scale, they work really well when you're building just for maybe you and a couple of teammates. But when it comes to scaling them for an entire company or an enterprise, you start hitting roadblocks in terms of customization, in terms of coding. And that's where you need a back-end developer with actual coding experience to come in and work on the app for you. But for starter apps, very basic apps that you can launch and run immediately to make your life easier, Base44 is something that could work for you. Okay, so now that we've got a little bit of background into what the Base44 app is, let's try and build a basic app. I think the most basic app that we could always build is a CRM. So let's say, using natural language, you see we're going to type it in. Design a CRM for let's use barber shop to track customers, sales, bookings, and revenue targets. Okay, let's see what it is going to give us here. Okay, it is loading. As it's loading, just reading some of the stuff that it has on here. Okay, generally normal roadblock. Let's just log in. I'm just gonna log in using one of my accounts. Of course, don't forget to always read the privacy policy, terms and conditions of any AI app that you use. You always want to make sure that while using these apps, you do own your data and they cannot use that data for anything other than the improvement of the app. Because you don't want to end up finding yourself uh, putting all of your data in their app and then they cloning that data of you and using it for other things. So always read the T's and C's and know what you are signing up for. Okay, what I'm loving about this app so far is it's walking you through what it is doing. So you'll see here on the left hand side, it says, I'll design a comprehensive CRM for a barbershop. Let me plan this out. It's planning everything from the booking system to the sales tracking to the revenue dashboard, analytics, design palette. That's interesting. I guess the more detail that you give it when it comes to things like the design palette and the overall look and feel of the CRM, it will do that for you. But I love that even though we haven't added it here, it's doing it for you. Okay. Okay, it takes a while to just build the dashboard. As you can see, what it's showing you here is it's literally writing the code in the background in real time, which I think is great. And I really love how it's showing you step by step everything that it's working on. So far, it's written the booking system, it's written the sales system, it's written the revenue target system, it's written the customer service system. So that's good. That's good. Let's see how long it actually takes to build this app in the background. Okay, overall it took about 10 minutes for it to develop the app, and this is the dashboard that we are looking at right now, which I must say looks really good, but the question is, does it work? So we're gonna try that out shortly. It's also developed all of these pages for us: customer pages, booking page, sales pages, target pages. But before we actually look at those, I want to enhance this by adding a customer loyalty program, barber performance analytics, and automated reminders. Then we're going to test out the system and see how well it actually works. But so far, I would say that this is a pretty solid looking dashboard. Okay, it's about 15 minutes and it's still building the app. Right now, it's building the customer page and the layout for the customer page. Uh, so yeah, so far we're closing up on 20 minutes on this basic app. Then we're going to test it out and see how well it works. All right, it looks like it's done building and updating the app. So that took a total of 25 minutes to build this app, and it added in the sections that I wanted. So, okay. I mean, 25 minutes is not bad for an app this complex, considering that in the past it could take anything from 2 hours to a couple of days to just put together an app of this magnitude. So we're going to test it out now and then give a review on how well it operates. Let's just wait for it to finish loading, and then we're going to preview it as a user. Where is that? Act as user. Let's see. Okay, let's wait for it to finish loading the dashboard. Okay, cool. So our dashboard has been built, our app has been built, and this is what it looks like. So let's actually see if it works, because that's the important thing. Does it work? Okay, we're gonna add a new customer, a new booking. Let's say he's coming for a haircut. Let's assign him to barber Aiden. No special request. Let's say book. Okay, so wait, today's bookings. Let's see what the calendar booking system looks like. Okay, great. You've got the booking in there. Let's see what it looks like. You can edit it, update. You can't actually track whether or not this customer did come through, and you can't send it. Okay, but for a basic app, I think this is really genius. And of course, as you work with it and improve, because I mean, it is a natural language app, so you can play around with it and improve the changes that you want to make just using the text box here on the bottom left hand side of the screen. But overall, it looks like a solid app. It's Yeah, it's looking proper. In terms of difficulty, I'll give it an 8 out of, well, more like a 7 out of 10. And the reason I'd give it a 7 out of 10 is because it is a little bit confusing. I found it a lot easier to use because I've got a little bit of experience with AI apps. But if I were a complete beginner just testing out AI apps, this would have given me a bit of a headache and some frustration. So I would rate this one a 7 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, using and understanding. But when it comes to building, pretty solid. Seems like something you can use. What I would be curious about is, can this be exported so that you have the back end for the shop and then the front end for the customer? And what would it look like if you had to add things like live payments to this app? So yeah, for anybody that's interested in exploring this more, it's called Base44.com. Play around with it, see what you can build with it. Who knows? Maybe you might just build the next unicorn app of Silicon Valley.